Today, I'm back with another mega video for you all. Today, I'm answering the call of mid-level media for a Summer of Cage month. Yes, I'm going to be going over my top 6 Nicolas Cage Blu-rays of all time. I got some 4Ks in here as well, some slipcovers, some steelbooks, so a good mixture. But I'm going to be recommending to you all those Blu-rays that you need in your collection for Nicolas Cage. I'm going to rank them from my worst to my favorite picks. So this is my own personal list. I know your list would be completely different. So go ahead and leave in the comments below, how would you rank these Nick Cage movies or some other Nick Cage movies you would throw into the mix? Give me your definitive ranking. But let's start from the worst and we'll work our way up to the top. So starting in 6th place, we have a slipcover Blu-ray of Pig. Yes. Now this movie definitely is very solid. It has a really strong performance from Nicolas Cage, and really this movie is all about the acting here from Nick Cage. He does such a good job. I'm really surprised this movie didn't get much Oscar recognition at all. I'm surprised Nick Cage did not get nominated for a Best Acting Oscar. I mean, it's just kind of weird that he didn't. I don't know why. Maybe just some better performances that year, but it could be argued that this was a really, really good performance, so who knows why that happened. But Nick Cage is definitely really good in here for a dramatic role. Very dramatic. It's a very kind of slow burn movie, so it's not an action-packed movie. It's not like explosive or anything. It's not a big blockbuster. It's a very slow burn, very personal drama, relationship kind of movie. So this is a movie that's not for everyone. That's why I put it at the bottom. I don't feel safe in recommending this to everybody to pick up and buy on a Blu-ray, but I would say at least watch it one time, and it is kind of nice to have it in your collection, as if you can get the slipcover still. I know I ordered this one pretty late and I still got the slipcover in really good condition, so it might be worth it just for that. But it's a tough one to recommend. I'd say at least it's worth one watch, at least rent it, or if you can get the Blu-ray cheap still with the slipcover, go ahead, pick it up. But I don't know if I personally would rewatch this one too many times, but really good performance here from Nick Cage. But once again, nothing too crazy in this movie. It is a very simple story. I think the most action-packed scene involves a truffle pig. So really, it doesn't go too over the top like a lot of Nick Cage movies. So it is something a little bit different from Nick Cage. So if you're looking for something a little bit different, a little bit more of a stronger, dramatic performance, you can't go wrong with Pig. Definitely one worth at least checking out. But I'm glad I have the slipcover Blu-ray anyway as a collector. And let me just kind of unbox this one real quick to show you what the inside looks like before we move on. Once again, like I said, I got this one pretty late in the game, and I think it was even on sale, and it came with the slipcover, so that was nice. I'm always happy to get the slipcover as a collector. Now, I know this one is available probably to stream out there. I think I saw it last streaming on Hulu, so maybe you want to check it out there first before getting the slipcover Blu-ray. But once again, it is a pretty decent slipcover. Get Nicolas Cage's face right there. Yeah. And then you got the back here. Now, where this physical disc really stands out is the bonus features. There's actually some fun little bonus features in here of Nick Cage like learning how to cook with personal chefs, and it's like, wow, okay, this is pretty interesting. They'll see him basically kind of, I guess, dive more into the role of his character in this movie, and to see Nick Cage, you know, cook with a professional. I mean, it's really cool, really interesting, something different for a bonus feature. So actually the bonus features pretty entertaining. I mean, not a lot of them there. It's just a couple little cooking ones, but I think it's kind of fun, especially like if you're into cooking shows, then definitely good on the bonus features. But at least they included something with it. But yeah, there you go. And the quote there, the best work Nicolas Cage has ever done. A lot of people believe that, so that's why I had to keep this in the list, even though it is once again at my bottom. But let's just open this up real quick to see what the disc looks like on the inside. All right, you got the pig disc right there. Kind of basic artwork to it, but I guess that represents the skin and hair of the pig, I'm guessing right there. But nothing more complicated than that. Don't really like how this inside looks like over here. Just Huh, I don't like the look of that, but okay. All right. There we go. That is the Nicolas Cage Pig Blu-ray. Once again, don't know if I'm safe in recommending it to every single person. I think it's really going to be, a particular kind of taste. But I would say at least check it out. At least check it out for the performance of Nick Cage. All right, next we're going to have a trippy Nick Cage movie. And so we have the Mandy Steelbook. Now, originally I heard some odd things about this movie, and really it does live up to that hype. It's a very strange kind of movie, very psychedelic, has some horror elements in there. Basically like what Nick Cage is going on a rampage to take out some demons, I guess you would call it. I don't know, it's very strange and trippy. I've only ever watched it one time, and I'm still trying to piece together the movie after watching it, so maybe I gotta watch it again. Just remember it being very odd, but it's very colorful in certain moments, and I really picked this up for the steelbook and how it looked with the colors. I like the purples and like the pinks and the red on it. I thought that was really cool design, and it was pretty cheap. I got this one on sale as well, so maybe you can still find it out there, but it comes with the Blu-ray and DVD, and it's a steelbook, which is nice. It's nice to always have a steelbook, but really trippy movie. If you like really like psychedelic kind of trippy horror elements movie, something you don't always see, something that's a little different, because this is definitely not an action blockbuster here. This is definitely a different kind of a Nick Cage movie. Yeah, I would say give this one a try, see if it's your taste, but if you know you don't like trippy movies or horror movies or just like oddball movies, then definitely, yeah, I would stay away from this one. So this, once again, is very particular kind of taste here, but let's take a look at the back of this one and spine, of course. And this is Mandy once again, so this is my number 5 spot here, so number 5, yes. But it says insanely violent and exhilarily beautiful, or ethereally beautiful. Okay, and you got Nick Cage with an axe there for killing his demons. Nick Cage gives a performance of a lifetime. I don't know if I would agree with that one. Maybe in Pig you could argue that, but I wouldn't say the performance in here is like super amazing or anything like that. The special feature is pretty cool though on this disc. Get kind of behind the scenes of, the making of Mandy, which is pretty cool. Once again, it's some cool visuals in here, some cool scenes definitely, but the story overall, you got to kind of be into this kind of genre for it. But yeah, let me open this up, or at least show the back without the slip cover. I think that symbol looks really cool of Mandy in that design. That's pretty cool. Kind of see the stars at the top as well. Yeah, see, I like the colors. I like the steelbook. That's why I picked this one up on sale. All right, and then we get some things in here as well. And this was actually kind of cool what it came with, but let's take a look at it here. And so you get the Blu-ray, you get the DVD like I said, but then you also get these like little, temporary tattoos you can put on. Really, really interesting. Let me pull this out. Actually, take a little bit more of a look at this, because these are kind of interesting. So you get all these right here, right? If you want some cheddar goblin, some mac and cheese, but I guess what, goblin flavor or something. Yeah, but kind of funny little looking tattoos there. Yeah, pretty simple. All right, and then on the inside we got Nick Cage revving up the chainsaw here for his demons he got to take on. Yeah. Yeah, so like I said, you got to be kind of in the mood for a movie like this. Like I said, I don't think it's like easy watching a movie you'd turn on all the time. I don't think it would be that kind of movie you'd go for it, but if you want to see something different, Nick Cage and something different, definitely check out Mandy. But yeah, once again, just to show off the steelbook front cover. Looks so cool and nice and shiny. That's why I picked it up. Yes, so Mandy gets that number 5 spot. All right, next, we're now into our number 4 spot. Yes, number 4. All right. we have The Rock. Yes, The Rock. This is a Blu-ray here I recently picked up. Now, I wanted to see more Nick Cage movies, so I heard really good things about The Rock, and I heard this reference before in like The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. And this is supposed to be a really good Nick Cage movie, so I thought I'd check it out. Got the Blu-ray pretty cheap. Actually, even did a whole video on Blu-rays I got for $5.99 and under. So this was a cheap Blu-ray under that price, which is really, really nice. Yeah, if you want to see really good deals on Blu-rays and quality movies, definitely look up that video on my channel. Really, really good stuff there. But yeah, The Rock, really good movie. You even get Sean Connery in here. And to me, actually, Sean Connery is probably the best performance here. Even better than Nick Cage. Don't get me wrong, Nick Cage has a really good performance and is really important in the story, of course. But Sean Connery, it's just great to see him in this movie. So they have a good little banter back and forth. You can see their dynamics at play, just how different their personalities are in this movie and how they clash heads. But it all works out nicely. I guess it kind of turned into buddies during the movie, you could say, at least to accomplish something. And then you get Ed Harris in this movie too, as more the villain role. So really good cast all around in this movie. So yeah, it even says a slam bang action thriller. Yeah, so really good movie. This movie is an action-packed Nicolas Cage movie. So if you want a little bit more of an easy watching, more little blockbuster style movie, I would go with The Rock. Very interesting premise. Got good action, and it has some thriller suspense to it too. So there are moments where you're kind of on the edge of your seat waiting to see what happens next. So I like the intensity in here as well. So really, really good quality here for a movie. And then just to take a look at the back here, you have bonus features. Yes, you actually get quite a bit of bonus features there, which is nice. Yes, a lot of commentary. You get some featurettes in there. Yeah, so you could always zoom in there. But actually, they did pack this with some good bonus features. So, really great to have that. Yeah, that can give you some hours of fun time there. But let's take a look at this one on the inside. At least the disc has some artwork, which is nice, right? But basically it's just showing off the main characters like the front did. So nothing super unique or special. But at least it's not a plain just a title there. Yeah. Kind of a flimsy Blu-ray, but hey, for the price, it's worth it. It's worth under $5.99, absolutely. Especially if you don't have this in your collection. I know I got mine from Amazon. So really, really good pickup here. And once again, really fun movie. If you want an easy watching Nick Cage movie, you can't go wrong with The Rock. Really, really good. Yeah, and just to see Sean Connery, like I said, oh my goodness, he's so good in this movie. But there we go. That was The Rock at 4th place, yes. All right, now we're getting into our top 3 here. Yes, let's see what's going to be 3rd place. All right, so at number 3, we're going to have to pull out, yes, Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse. I had to pull this one out. I know this one is animation, but Nick Cage does a great job in here playing the noir Spider-Man, right, from a different universe. But he's really good as that voice of the noir Spider-Man. You know, it's basically like kind of a, I guess, a classic noir crime thrilling Spider-Man with a hat and everything, and it's like all in black. And so it's really cool looking for the animation style, but Nick Cage's voice in it is just great in it. Actually, all the voice acting in this movie is great. And overall, this is just a really, really good movie. Even if you're not a big animation fan, everybody that I've recommended this to that's seen the movie actually really enjoys the movie. So even if you're not an animation fan, I would say give this one a try, see if you like it. Because if this doesn't win you over on animation, then probably no movie will. Because this is one of the best Spider-Man movies of all time, in my opinion. Maybe, you know, not my favorite. I still like Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 1. You know, so it's not my favorite by any means, but it's definitely pretty high up there. So Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. And plus, there's some sequels coming up here. They already have 2 planned to be coming out that are follow-up sequels to this movie. So you want to see this one before you get into the sequels, of course. So I would say it's not a bad time to check this movie out. Now, I personally got the 4K Blu-ray and digital. Now, with animation, probably the 4K doesn't matter as much. Besides the sound, of course, the sound is always great on 4K. But you could definitely get away with a Blu-ray of this one, absolutely. But we got the slipcover, which is nice. Let me go ahead and show you all the back. And there you go. You got Noir Spider-Man right there. You can see our Noir Spider-Man. Yeah, right there with the hat. Yes, yes. Right by the pig Spider-Man. That's a funny character too. Yeah, they have a lot of funny characters in here, different kind of Spider-Man, which is great. But really good exclusive bonus features in here as well. Yeah, it does include quite a bit if you want to zoom in and pause that to take a look at it. But really, really good. If you're a Spider-Man fan, you'll like those special features. Really, really good. Yeah, you even get an all-new mini-movie with Spider-Ham. Caught in a ham. Can't go wrong with that. But yeah, let's take a look without the slipcover. I do really like the slipcover, of course, though. But let's take a look. What does it look like without the slipcover? All right, let's open it up. Okay, and it did come with a digital code, which is nice. I do like that. All right, and then the discs are awesome. This is why I wanted to open this one. Look at the disc in here. The art design is so fantastic. It is different. It works perfect for this movie. If you've seen this movie, you'll like the designs here, but really nice, really artistic. Ooh, see, I like when discs do something like that. Don't just give me the title or a plain disc with not much on it. Give me some cool art design. This is the way to do it. So good job, Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse. So this has to be number 3. So even though I know Nick Cage isn't the main character in the movie, he is one of the Spider-Men. He does a great job with the voice acting in it. And this movie is just so good. You guys know superheroes are my favorite genre of movie. So, hey, to find, a superhero movie with Nick Cage in it, that's going to be higher up on the list. You just know it is. At least for my personal taste anyway. But I do feel safe in recommending this movie to everybody. Especially really good for the family. Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse. Gotta get this one. Very entertaining of a movie. Can't speak highly enough about it. And this one, I believe, won Best Picture, if I'm remembering correctly, for an animated film. Sorry, Best Animated Picture, not Best Picture in general. Sorry, Best Animated Picture. But totally deserved it. Really, really good quality movie. One of the best superhero movies of that year. All right. So that's Spider-Man to the Spider-Verse, and that was our 3rd place spot. All right, now we're going to get a number 2, our 2nd place. All right, well, got another superhero movie here. Can anybody guess what it is? Has Nick Cage in it. Yes, we got Kick-Ass here, and this is the steelbook with the slipcover. Ooh, goodness, this is so great. You got Big Daddy on there, played by Nick Cage, and oh my goodness. Nick Cage does a wonderful job in this movie. Without Big Daddy, this movie wouldn't work. This movie wouldn't be nearly as good. I'm telling you, when you get into Kick-Ass 2, the sequel, you can feel the difference with there not being Big Daddy, played by Nick Cage, not having that character anymore in the sequel. You can feel it. There's a gap there. You're like, oh, what is this sequel missing? And it's definitely Nick Cage. So having Nick Cage in this movie, Big Daddy, really fun character. Definitely is just so enjoyable to see on screen. Has really good dramatic emotional moments as well, and you really get to see where his character is coming from. So really unique, interesting story there. And just to see how he kind of raises Hit Girl, and then how that all ties into Kick-Ass. I mean, it's interesting to see these characters on screen. So really fun superhero movie, and it's a different kind of superhero movie, a little bit more realistic. Like, what if this happened in the real world? People dressing up as superheroes. Really good, interesting premise idea. This is from a comic, I believe, that's That's a comic series, or maybe it's called a graphic novel. But yeah, it's good source material, so they adapted it great for the movie. Perfect here. And I like this slip cover here. That, you know, when steelbooks do the slip covers, that's where it's at. That's every steelbook should already come with a slip cover. That's the way to do it. Of course, you got the villain on the back. Yes, the villain on the back right there. I think that's the actor that plays McLovin in that one comedy movie, Superbad. I forgot what his name is. If I'm remembering it correctly, or they're very similar. But yeah, he's a good villain. Yes. What was his name? Oh, I feel like saying Red Tornado, but I'm probably wrong on one of the words there. Maybe Red Cyclone. But yeah, really good movie here. You get the 4K, you get the Blu-ray. Yes, really nice. And of course, you get the digital code, which is really good. You do have some special features there, but not a whole lot. But enough to make it worth the physical disc, I think. But yeah, really good movie. And this is a rated R superhero movie, so lots of violence, lots of cussing. Yeah, a lot of intense sequences, definitely. But once again, this is how to do steelbooks. Look at that art design. And that's even just right there on the spine side. I mean, that just looks so nice. Got the front. Look at that. Look at the spine. Look at that coloring. That's perfect. That fits on the shelf so nicely in how it looks. But really good movie. Haven't seen this movie yet, and you do really like superhero movies, highly can recommend. Very entertaining. Haven't heard anybody that doesn't like this movie either. And once again, the steelbook slipcover. This is when Lionsgate started to, pick up their game with their steelbooks. Did a wonderful job with this one. So good. But let's do a full little quick unboxing here. So let's take out the slipcover. And we can actually see a little bit more clearly the back now. There you go, and you got the villains. Look at that art design, though. Look how clean that looks. Really nice. Really nice. It looks so nice even without the slipcover. Maybe even better. Wow, really nice colors there. All right, let's open this up. Let's take a look at it. So once again, it does come with the digital code, which is always nice to have the backup. Ooh, a little bonus here. You actually get some cards. I guess these are some collectible trading cards. So really cool. Oh, and I found out the name of the villain. It's Red Mist. Sorry, I said Red Hurricane and Cyclone. No, it's Red Mist. I got the red part right, though. Do I get credit for that? Let me know. But yeah, some cool little playing cards. Haven't even opened these, so we'll keep them sealed. But that's cool. Nice little addition. All right, and then we have the disc. And I like the 4K disc there. Nice. You get all the main characters on it. Works perfect. So really nice. I like that. And then I just like that design. Yeah, that design looks nice there. Perfect for the movie. And now let me pop these out to see if the Blu-ray, because it's kind of hard to see the Blu-ray there. Let me see if the Blu-ray is much better. All right, so there we go. We got the Blu-ray. Blu-ray's okay. Nothing super special on the Blu-ray. And just some more buildings in the back, so. I like the 4K better. The 4K is a lot nicer. I do really like the 4K. Really cool. Yeah, really good steelbook here. I think this partially got me into steelbooks, because this is one of the earlier steelbooks I got. And I saw that Lionsgate just did such a great, wonderful job with this one. I wanted to collect some more. And once again, they added cool things like the trading cards. I mean, that's amazing. I love when movies will do that. It's wonderful. Just so cool to add those little extra additions. More movies have to do that. Yes. But yeah. That's kick-ass once again. Really nice. And once again, even without the slipcover, it's really nice. But with the slipcover, get that extra protection in there. Look at this. Yeah, and really fun, entertaining movie. Once again, hyper violent action sequences. You got some comedy here and there, but just a cool, interesting story premise. Yeah, so this was second place for me. Yes, definitely a strong number 2. All right. Now we're going to get into our number 1, our first place. What movie is it going to be? My favorite Nick Cage movie out of my collection. Personal preference. All right, we're going to go Lord of War. Yes, this movie I think is really good. I think this is very underrated of a movie. I don't hear a lot of people talk about this movie, and I don't know why. It is such a good quality movie. You got awesome talent here. Not only Nick Cage, but you get Jared Leto, who's great in here. That also that plays his little brother in this movie. And then you got Ethan Hawke in here, which is basically like investigative, I think detective, or maybe FBI agent, something like that. But Ethan Hawke does a good job as well. But Nick Cage is so good in this movie. He basically plays an arms dealer in the movie, and he ends up just being a really good hustler at it. So, really interesting premise for a movie, and it's just a really good quality movie. So, if you haven't seen this movie, you got to see this one. Check it out. But I feel pretty safe in recommending this movie as well for at least a one-time watch. A very interesting premise kind of movie. I guess kind of in a similar style, I want to say, as like a Wolf of Wall Street. Even though Wolf of Wall Street definitely has more comedy in it. But if you like that kind of like hustling style of a movie, just seeing how somebody becomes like a big business person, but not in the most ethical way. It's that kind of story. So, really interesting premise of a movie. But this is Lord of War. Came with the 4K, the Blu-ray, and the digital. Unfortunately, when I got this one, I did not get no slipcover with it. So that was unfortunate. But I may have got it way too late in the game, or it may have just not came with a slipcover, unfortunately. But it's still worth it to have the 4K disc. The 4K disc did look really nice. But yeah, simple spine there. This is the back. Yeah, and there are some special features on there. Some that are pretty interesting, actually. You got some good featurettes in there. Yeah, so pretty decent little special features. I think it's worth it for that. But it is a really stylish thriller that I mentioned. Yeah, definitely really thrilling and suspenseful moments. Some very emotional and dramatic moments. Some twists and turns here and there you don't see coming. So, really good movie. Yeah, I don't see a lot of people put this movie on their list. A lot of people don't recommend it. So for you guys, I had to recommend it. That's why I put it at number 1. It's a movie I really enjoy, and I think it's a good movie and definitely has rewatchability to it. I can see myself watching this one a few times. But yeah, you get the 4K, you get the Blu-ray. Now, I don't like how they basically just do the same artwork for the 4K and Blu-ray. That is kind of lazy on their part, so that's kind of the, one bad negative there. But at least they have artwork on it. Could just be a title in plain. That would have even been worse. But let's get some different art styles on each disc next time. Yes, definitely. But yeah, really like this movie. Like I said, I feel pretty safe in recommending this movie. It's very entertaining, especially if you've never seen it. At least check it out, I would say. But yeah, Lord of War. Yes, not Warlord. Lord of War definitely is my favorite Nick Cage movie. This is my number 1. So really like this movie. Great quality here. Yes, 2 big thumbs up, definitely. And so that is my top 6 Nicolas Cage movies. Just my personal preference of a list here. That's how I rank them. But once again, if you haven't leave your ranking yet in the bottom in the comments, definitely let me know how would you rank these Nick Cage movies. And I'm sure there's a whole bunch of Nick Cage movies I didn't even mention in this top 6 list. What are some of those other ones you would highly recommend? Let's get those movie discussions going down below. Also, if you love physical media, I cover tons of it on my channel. You're going to want to subscribe right now to get more of these videos. Definitely turn on that notification bell. And if you really like this video, I have tons of other ranking lists of physical media movies and Blu-rays, 4Ks, you name it. Click another video in the playlist. You're definitely going to enjoy it.
Whoa, okay!
Also, like the video. And this is Mega Mike the Movie Man reminding you to make every day a movie day.